$200 million we're in right now, somewhere thereabouts. People now start to get rational about the game. Welcome to the games, everybody. We're talking Star Citizen today, and we're talking about ship sales here. This is exclusive for my YouTube channel, my YouTube audience. Love to see your comments down below. I also attach a poll to this because it's important. It's about ships and the ship sales cycle. And we've talked about this a lot within our particular community. If you're new to the talk, then you probably want to stick around because I'd love to hear your input on this. Is the Hammerhead's coming out? It's the next ship. And after a while, it starts to kind of fatigue some types of people. I was saying the other day on my stream that even the old timers that I know are starting to feel like, maybe I can't hang around forever, because there is a finite point that people will hit when they say, "Yeah, I'm done." You know, that happens. It's being rational. It's called being rational, and it's funny to see now the people that were championing and white knighting the game. Now, don't get me wrong. I still love Star Citizen. I think the game's coming out. Okay, and I think it is going to take a huge amount of time, but I'm also a rational human being, and I'm not going with identity politics here. I'm speaking as an individual, and as an individual, a rational individual, sometimes companies and CEOs have to be held up to a standard, right? And now, because, you know, we are essentially trying to push this title out here, and in essence be a publisher of sorts, pushing out SIG to get this game out, because we basically adopted that title, if you really think about it, because how the game is being funded. You know, we are the backers, we are the people putting the money into the game, and so we're expecting something. Now, we've had stability, optimization issues. You know, we get into this again in other videos, right? But what I'm talking about here is that we're 200 million in, and people are just now starting to get skeptical, just now starting to get rational. You know, people that have been white knight and championing the game the whole time are realizing they put all their eggs into one basket, and this has a probability of 50-50, maybe not, maybe 40-60, maybe you're of the camp where it's 60-40. Who knows, right? Who knows, really? All right. But these champions, these white knights that say nothing bad about Star Citizen because their entire future and career depends upon one game, are now starting to worry. Like, oh shit, this might not come out. What's going to happen? I banked everything on this. And they're getting skeptical. And so all the no bullshit that you saw and all the types of things are now starting to unravel, and you get to see the actual bullshit. And you get to see the motivations behind people and what they do. And I find it really interesting to see this develop right now. You know, I think Star Citizen will find a way to get some type of saving grace out of CitizenCon, even though that was a debacle. I think that they're going to have to do something. They have to do something. Everybody's under the agreement here that, in my community at least, that they have to do something big, because they've had a lot of bad PR. And again, I won't get into this. The point of this video is the ship sales cycle, right? It took me how long now? I'm 4 minutes in now. It's taken me this long. My apologies, but thanks for sticking around here, by the way. Appreciate your support. Thank you. So we talk about the ship sale cycle, and some people are getting tired of the repetition of it. You know, it's starting to grate on them a little bit. $650 for the new Hammerhead coming out. I mean, if you really absolutely love the game and you want to see it become a reality, go ahead, put money into it, you know. But be careful. Just be careful, okay? Because you're paying $650 for a video game, a ship in a video game. And those ships can be bought in the verse with credits. So if the game is to be released, you will be able to buy these ships for an in-game currency that costs you nothing. because you're capable of making in-game credits. At what prices the ships are going to be set at, that's a whole nother discussion. We talk about that as well. But the point here is, don't buy it if you can't buy it. Nobody's making you buy it. And if you're skeptical and you want to keep SIG on point and you want to make sure that they're doing what they need to do and you're a rational human being and you're an individual, what you're going to do is you're going to say, I don't think I'm buying this time. I want to see what you guys are capable of doing. You have 200 million already. I hope you've managed that correctly, because now I'm going to take a seat here. And now my eyes are on you and I'm watching you and I want to see what you're capable of, SIG. And that's what I think a lot of people's stance who are rational should, I mean, this is my opinion, but if you're a rational individual and you're not taking sides with the scammerinos or the white knights, we've already identified who these people are, then you're going to say, hey, I'm going to hold SIG and Chris accountable, and I'm just going to hold back. I'm not going to buy it. It's not anything. It's not really a threat. It's not anything bad. It's not like, oh, I thought you believed in Star Citizen. It's about being a rational human being. Hi, real world. Hello. Welcome all you white knights to the table. might not be round. I think it's pretty square here, but at least we know what's up. So, you know, one way or the other, we're going to find out. I'm still in favor of the game. I still want the game to come out, but I am a rational human being. And my action is, all right, SIG, you're kind of, especially with the stuff with exploration, and, you know, we're not quite sure if we can explore like we used to. I think what you'll find in time is that space will be explorable. But, so that was kind of a hit to the explorers today, that news, and that's on my YouTube channel. You guys can check that out. But, you know, I'm gonna hold back, you know, not that I could ever afford these anyway. You know, thanks to my community, they're the ones actually helping me out getting the ships. You know, I've got 2 ships to my name. I got a Cutlass and a Saber Raven, and both are because of the community, because of the awesome people here. So take some time out. Welcome to the games. If you're new, join the family. Check all the links out down below. And, you know, if you really like the content here, consider becoming a patron. Thanks very much for joining us here on Ship Sales. Why finish the game if that's their revenue? You know, that's their only revenue, or their ship sales. And once that goes, there goes the revenue, unless they figure out other ways to monetize the platform. And I think they will. But it's huge. The ship sales are a lot of the revenue. That was my last point. Thanks for watching here. See you on the next vid.